Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday nights with Hilly, and we're here for WAOF1, second round of the season. I'm just going to turn this music down. It's bloody loud. Julia. Hello, operator. There we go. That's better. I've got some woman screaming in my ear now. Right. Where is Peely? Right. Hello. There we go. Right, what are you doing? You were supposed to be in the lobby so I can invite you easily.
Sorry. I
Right.
didn't get the memo.
Right. Okay. Um, Hello. Welcome to your pre-quali interview and round 2 of the season for Tuesday nights. Um,
Very excited.
Definitely. So I'm just going to start off really easily. We're at Australia tonight. Um, how are you with this track? Is it good?
Really bad. Um,
Really?
as we've just discovered from the practice sessions just there now, I won't review. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's not looking good.
Oh dear.
There's a few spins.
Right. Okay. Um, well, let's hope they don't happen in a race. You might have got them out of the way now. So,
Yeah.
um,
Do I get a point for that?
no, you don't. No. Now, where did you finish last week? You started off the season pretty well, if I remember
I think
rightly.
sixth. I think qualified sixth, finished sixth.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, really. 'Cause it's a pretty
Yeah,
stacked
yeah,
grid, isn't it? So Tuesday
yeah,
nights.
yeah, yeah.
So
I think that's about as high as I've ever come. So
well, that's without Carcy here as well. So
yeah,
things are only going to get worse, I expect. But no, I think you're capable of an old podium here and there and all that sort of thing. But we'll see. What is your championship aim for this season? What sort of position would you be happy
uh,
with?
drivers wise, I'm not really bothered. It's just constructors for me. Me and Ransdell going for the constructors championship. Really, top at
Yeah,
the moment.
strong team. Um,
Yep.
of course, you cheated in pre-season, didn't you, to get a lower pot?
No. There's
So
absolutely nothing,
you
nothing wrong.
pretended to be terrible, didn't you?
Don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, he did, ladies and gentlemen, he did. Um, right, okay. So in terms of tonight's track, if you can hit the proper quali lap, where do you think you'll be qualifying tonight?
Uh, I'm struggling a lot with invalidations, but if I
Yeah,
manage to put a lap together, P8.
P8 would be somewhere to look
That's what
for.
I'm saying.
Okay,
P8.
okay. Um, right, okay. Look, I've got to ask these serious questions before we get to the actual proper stuff. So, um, we're gonna start. So, welcome everyone to Hilly Fortunes round 2. Um, Peely is here with me, and it's going to be his go. So, Peely, did you watch it last week? Have you watched Wells' attempt?
Nope. Nope. It's all a surprise. I thought it'd be
Okay.
more fun for me if I had no idea what was going to happen.
Okay. Have you ever watched Family Fortunes?
Um,
You can't have gone through life without watching
not,
Family
not.
Fortunes.
I've watched. I've seen clips from it.
Right, okay. Well, here we go then. So, basically, the first round of Family Fortunes, the families go head to head, right? So, you're playing against my family, which is my father. Okay. So, what's happened is I've asked him a question, and he's given me 5 answers, and I've given him a score of 1 point to 5 points, depending on what I think is the most obscure of the answer. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the question now. You get 3 lives after your third. Then that's you out of the first round. Okay, so you
Okay.
get 3 lives, a bit like Hangman, but just with X's really. So yeah, here we go. So your question is: name 5 things which you lose.
You lose. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight away keys.
Ding. That's 1 point.
Come on. Um, okay, I'm stuck. Bit stuck after that. Uh, socks or a sock.
Socks. No, socks is a.
That's okay.
So that's your first life gone.
Um,
Four more to
lose.
get. Yeah.
What? Try to get in the brain of Hilly's dad.
Yeah. So he's 81. Remember. Um,
Okay. Oh, memory.
memory. I'll accept that. Yeah. He's put mind or marbles. So I'll take
Okay.
memory
Yeah.
under that as well. So that's a ding, and that one was the 2 point one.
Okay. Okay. So we're going more obscure than that.
Well,
Okay.
you got to remember I ranked them for what I think is the
Yeah.
harder,
Okay.
basically.
Wow. Okay. So
Because the first
okay.
thing I thought of when I thought of the question was marbles. So yeah,
Okay. Um. Um. Misty.
Misty.
You might lose your cat.
Well, yeah, you might lose your cat, but no, that's unfortunately we have lost a cat at the moment. She's gone out and she's not coming back when we call her.
Okay.
But no, that is a that's your second life gone.
Okay. It's not going very well. Not going well.
Yeah,
What might he? What might he lose? His glasses.
Got like 3 last week, so before he got one wrong. So his glasses. Um, It's your
Oh, that
third
was
and
hard.
final life gone. Okay, so the answers left were what I thought was the 3 more obscure ones. So the answer for 3 points, and hang on, has anybody had any guesses? Operator said keys as well. He also said glasses. So the 3 point answer that you missed was just a more sort of general. He said watch, but I sort of put that under a whole thing of jewelry. So jewelry would have been the 3 point answer. The second, what I thought was probably the second most obscure, but the funniest was definitely virginity.
Okay. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
And the fifth, the 5 point one, I thought you'd never have a chance of this one because it was quite specific. A heel, as in a woman's shoe when they break a heel and lose
A
it.
heel.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I thought that was quite difficult. I thought that was rather mean of him,
that's
actually.
hard. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I would have accepted if you just said woman's shoe, or you know, I'd have said I couldn't accept it off a sock though. I'm afraid. Just
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I did think shoe, but I was like, I'd show you more likely to use a sock than a shoe. But fair enough.
yeah. Well, I don't
Fair
know because your
enough.
socks are underneath your shoes, so it's your shoes come
Yeah,
out
but I
before the
just feel
sock.
like you take your shoes off, you put them together, and they're by the door or wherever you leave the shoes. Your socks, you never know what you're taking them off. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think this might have been once we went to Bristol Zoo as a family, and my mum's heel got caught in a drain
uh,
grate thing, and the heel snapped off, and we lost it down the drain. So whether he was thinking of that or not, I don't know. But there you go. Right. Okay. So that moves us on. So you got 3 points out of a possible 15 there. So if you want to beat Whale, you're going to need 4 of the answers in the final round. Okay. So the
hey,
final round of Family Fortunes is they have to try and get the top answers. Okay. So there's 5 questions, and you just have to tell me one answer and see if it matches the top answer, which is the answer that Dad gave me. Okay. So 5
okay.
questions. They are all worth 3 points. Okay. So the first one is name a flightless bird.
I'm gonna go penguin. It was the first thing I thought of. I'm gonna go for a penguin.
um,
God's sakes. What's he got for emu?
I'll tell you at the end. Second one,
Okay.
name a current in use British coin.
Um, what would your dad say? £1.
Yes, ding,
Come
1
on.
points. Um, yeah, what he actually asked is can I have farthing? But I said no. It's got to be in use. um, name a type of grain.
Grain.
Grain, yeah,
Oh, okay. That's I'm
like
gonna
grain in the
go.
field, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wheat.
No, It's
Okay.
so you definitely can't catch well tonight. Oh, operator's given some more answers. He said chicken. That was also an Pound was a ding, and long grain is also an something. The fourth one. Name something that you catch.
You patch.
No,
Okay, well,
catch. Catch. C.
catch. Okay,
Okay.
it's got to be a ball. If it's not a ball, I'm.
Ding. 3
Okay,
points.
okay. I'll take.
Well
Okay,
done.
2 out of 5 on that round. I'll take it. That round. That's a good.
2 out
round.
of 4. You're on. That was number 4. You got number 5 to go yet.
Oh, okay.
The final
Oh.
one. 10 possible answers. Name a current Formula 1 team.
That your dad would name. I think your dad would go McLaren.
Okay. So, no, sorry. So that means you have 6 points in that round, which gives you an overall score of 9 points, just 4 below Mr. Whale, and puts you second on the leaderboard since you went second. So,
I'll take that. P2.
P2 for the moment.
Front row.
The answers, operator said cold. That was an and for the Formula 1 team, he said Ferrari, and that was a ding. So Ferrari was the Formula 1 team. The flightless bird, he said dodo.
That's.
I know
They're
it's
not even
extinct,
alive.
but, it was a bird and it was flightless. What can I say? They might have been alive when he was young. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know when they went extinct. Yeah. The type of grain was the other one, and he simply said corn, which, thinking about it now, I mean, I had to take his answer, and I'm not sure corn is a grain. I think it's a crop, but I don't know what the difference is. In a way, that was his answer, so that's what you had to say.
That was hard.
That was hard. At
the end, are you going to get the top 2? Are you going to get the top 2 people at the end and do a little?
I don't know.
Show.
I haven't really thought that far ahead yet because I've got 18 more rounds to do.
Well, I have a feeling I won't be involved.
Perhaps
So.
I'll have a think. No, I've got a feeling you're going to have to. Some people are going to score sort of 20 points or something. So, yeah. So that is our latest instalment of Hilly Fortune. So thank you for playing along.
Thanks for having me.
You're just about to go into qualifying, so best of luck for tonight. And who knows, bit of luck, might be able to speak to you at the end for the podium interviews. But if you're pretty close to the podium, keep an eye out for an invite in a way, just in case. The podiums are crossplay players. As the person that's done the interview tonight, I'll also be doing the prediction based on you. And I think you're selling yourself a bit short, so my prediction is going to be, can Paella Muncher finish in the top 6 tonight?
Okay.
So I think you're selling yourself a bit short, but that is going to be tonight's prediction. Race.
Do you want weather or do you not want weather?
No, I don't. No.
Okay. No weather for you. No weather for
No
you.
weather for me, although that probably tells me it's going to rain, so if it was dry, you wouldn't have said anything.
No, it's bone dry. It's bone dry. It's actually
of course it is.
Going on, yeah.
Right, I'll let you get into Q1 then, mate. All
Yep.
the best. Have a good one. Have a laugh. See you later.
Cheers. Bye.
Right, so that was Paella Muncher, or Peely as we've begun calling him. Oh, my dad's just walked back in the room. He scored 9 points, Dad. Have a possible 30. A 2 score for him. Okay, so we're King 5 Panda. First out of track. I'm just getting the stream up on my laptop so that I can do the prediction, and I'll get that going as soon as I can. He's currently asking Alexa. My dad's currently asking Alexa what year the dodo went extinct, and it was about 1662. So it was just before my dad was born. I was afraid he was going to say dodo. Anyway, let's get to what we're really here for. So the Formula 1, and King 5 Bandit coming back into the pits for some reason. It was out second then. That looks like a Sauber hit to me. So on board with David we go. That's still really loud, guys, so I'm just going to turn that down a bit more. hopefully that's all okay on the stream. Somebody can let me know if the sound's okay for you on the stream. That would be great. It's David, the first sector of this quite difficult Australia track. I guess as far as street tracks go, it's probably an easier one, but in comparison to something like Monaco or Baku or Singapore. Stable on the calendar now for some time. I wasn't always here. I know when I was first into F1 it was at Adelaide. It's at Albert Park now for some years. David, looks a pretty decent lap in all fairness. Just to confirm for everybody, it is equal cars, so he's in a cyber kit, but it's equal cars. We are aware that the equal cars aren't absolutely equal, but we are also aware that there's barely any difference at all, so it's not worth using the world car for the little difference. Not for our league esports guys maybe, but not for us. 18.115 from Davis to get us underway. Ferrari, no, it's on an out lap. Car behind him must be on an out lap as well. Yeah, as well. The other Ferrari, find him. This is Gareth Minimad. Beautiful Ferrari car. Do love the Ferrari. I've always loved the Ferraris in the games. Guns then. It's going to be P2 19.4. Underway. Paella immediately on his first lap goes fastest, 1:16.9. Expecting the pole time to be somewhere in the low to mid 15s, so you know roughly what we're expecting. Everyone's invalidated anyway. Anybody else? Well, no, he's behind Mamo. Lewis, he's cruising. He's invalidated. In that case, let's go back to Wales, I think. Might have missed someone. Let's keep an eye on the leaderboards. Operator's done a lap 1:18.7, F1 Pro 1:27.7. Clearly not a proper lap from him. He's been looking absolutely rapid in practice. And he's definitely a threat for pole position tonight, so keep an eye on him. But he's got to get through Q1 first, and that time clearly won't do that. So Mr. Whale, his first attempt tonight. 16.8 goes fastest ahead of Paella Muncher. Toby is not far behind. Now he's invalidated. Is Pro having another go? No, he's cruising back. He's invalidated as well. Mamo's having another go. He's early in the lap though. Ozers is just through the chicane. Somebody joined the server. Welcome to them. You're in mid-race, so if by any chance you're watching the stream at all, and that's maybe where you've heard from us, an admin will most likely be with you after the race, dude, so just bear with us. Ozers out the final quarter, and DRS is open, heads to the line. It's a 1:17.8, that puts him P3 for the moment. Cyber kicks. F1 Pro looks like he's going for another lap then. Mamo is on his way round. Is that Lewis heading for the line? I think it is. He's on the medium tyres. 1:17.2 goes P3. Mamo then into the last few corners. Very easy on that corner. Just touch the grass on the right hand side. You've got to be careful not to. Pretty unforgiving this year. Touching the grass. So here he comes, Mamo. 16.9 goes P2. Marco on his way round. Let's get his prediction up. So Will by Elamancher. Finish the race obviously it's a very simple yes or no, as it always is. And obviously with us only being in Q1, I could give you the full 30 minutes for your predictions. So, so I've put too many letters, hang on. There we go. Start prediction. There you go. The prediction is up, guys. So feel free to put your channel points on and have a bit of fun with that. Marco in the end, 119.1 with P10. Vatikaki 19.2. King 5 Panda 18.5. Who else have we got? Sniper on the lap quite early on. Who's Gooner? He's earlier again. Oh, and Ransel's even earlier again. So let's go to Sniper. Into the chicane. Make sure we get a hilly hot lap in as well. I think I forgot last week. Well, no, I didn't forget. I just didn't actually say that I was doing a hilly hot lap, but I did do a sort of hilly hot lap kind of thing. Sniper through the quick right-hander into the penultimate corner. Always a tricky corner, this one. He does run wide. Definitely a much wider line than he'd have wanted. DRS open, heads to the line. It's going to be a 117, is it? No, 116.9. Puts in P3 for the moment. Definitely would have gone P2 if not for the mistake. Toby has invalidated. Rapid is around there somewhere. Ransdell Gooners jumps up. Where did he go to? I can't see him. There he is. P7 16.999. Ransdell jumps up to P2 16.5. Wells retired from the session in the pits. So he feels he's done enough. Obviously 19 drivers tonight, so we'll lose 4. JT Gent through the final corner now. It looks like this is going to be somewhere around an 18 or a 19. Yeah, 18.7. P14. Rapid. Coming up towards the end of the lap now. Hey Axel. At the final corner, DRS opens on the medium tyres for Rapid F1. 17.440, puts me at P9. Not bad on the mediums. Toby having a real struggle. In fact, let's do the hilly hot lap with Toby as he comes around for his latest attempt, but he's struggling to keep one on the board here. DRS open, we head down to turn 1, 2 and 3. Throw it in, uses 5th gear. You can use 6th through there. And keep the power down through turns 2, 3 is this long right-hander that leads into the heavy braking. Turn 4, and get the car right over to the right-hand side to sort of glide round the left-hander. Rose is retiring in the pits on 17.8. Through the flat-out right-hander and then down to 5th. Again, you can take that in 6th, but I think that's more a personal preference and setup preference. As we then pick up DRS for the long straights. Really got to be careful where you use your overtake around here. Battery won't last around the lap, so you can really take, as you can see there, you take loads of curb on entry and exit on the chicane. Move the car to the right and then back over to the left, ready for this sort of a new addition corner, but a recently changed corner. And through the, it's not a quite flat out right-hander, heavy braking left-hander. Might get toe on the straight here from the, is it Aston Martin ahead of us, I think. So every little helps, and take it to the line. He's gone under 10%, which will have made him lose quite a bit of power on the main straight. Goes P3. Despite that, 16.8. It's right there, but it's over just over half a second down. Set to 2. We go with Vatikaki early in his lap. No, unfortunately, you won't be able to, Axel. I'm afraid, buddy. This was announced last week. We're only allowing one, what we consider a pot 1 driver to race. The Sniper's already racing. So, can't have another, I'm afraid. Just over a 10.5 up from Vati. I also don't know if that person's joining in qualifying anyway, for all I know. So. Sorry, bud. you asking PRF1? They race Tuesdays, didn't they? Probably posted something in the Hilly Hub this morning asking for reserves. So into the final corner, DRS opens up. 1:19.2 to prove his time. 1:19.0, just over a tenth and a half up, but still leaves him in P17. He's going to definitely need another run. That might have been the same tyres, in all fairness. He might have used the same tyres again. As Gareth improving massively through sector 1. And he's getting a good another half a second through sector 2, so 1.3 up, was really pushing the lines there, but managed to stay just within them. 18.2 would move him up to P14 ahead of King 5 Panda, but going by the improvements in the first two sectors, you've got to feel he's probably got an improvement in the final sector as well. 2, maybe slightly wide, but it wasn't really by hardly anything. Here he comes to the line, and it's a 17.8, so a 1.5 second improvement. That jumps him up to P12. Might be enough, Gareth. We'll have to see. It might be enough. David improving through sector 1. Just over a tenth up. A little bit of a difficult right-hander there. I don't know if it was bad enough that he's going to lose his time that he was gaining through sector 2. The rest of the sector looked pretty good, so I think he's still going to improve. 18.1 to beat to improve his time. Yeah, gain more time as well. Jumps to P11. Good lap, David. JT Jet is invalidated. Near constant yellow flag out all the time during qualifying, so I very rarely get to actually see the timer. But no idea how long's left. Just under 3 minutes. Okay. Just to have done laps. Marco, you on the lap? See a little bit of smoke come off the brakes of the car ahead. Really runs the car out wide on the exit of the final corner. Nowhere near enough to invalidate, but he jumps up just ahead of David then into P11. So David down to 12. Gareth now down to 14. Ozers, who retired out, P13. I think it might be a bit of squeaky bum time now for Ozers. Already down to P13 with over 2 minutes to go. So I just missed the split time then. I'm not sure what he was on. Track looks like it's green, so I think he's improving. Toby retires out. His top 9 all retired out now, and Ozers in P13 as well. I can only assume that Ozers really felt that like the lap he did was as good as he was going to be able to do in a way, and that's why he's retired out. I can't think of any other reason why he would. His operator doesn't quite improve, just under a tenth down. Gen, quarter of a second up through the second sector. Oh no! Oversteers out of the penultimate corner, takes the car to the pits, and that will see him out of Q1. So King 5 Panda out on the medium tyres. He's got plenty of pace as King 5 Panda, so he can definitely do this. It's a bit of a risk, what he said. Batikaki and Curly both on outlaps. Batikaki's just crossed the line to start his lap, so we'll go with King 5 Panda and then move straight to Batikaki, and then to Curly, who's also just started his lap. straight is going to be where you're likely to see majority of overtakes around here. Even before they put the DRS zone there, it was a great overtaking opportunity. Come up to the checkered flag, operator retires out, so we know he'll be out. King 5 Panda heads to the line, 17.983. He improves time-wise, so he's going to be harder to beat, but has not improved position-wise. He's still in danger. Takaki out the final corner. I think this is going to be tight. Not quite, I don't think, from Vatakaki. Improves by 5.5 tenths and does go ahead of operator into P16. Curly, a 19.2, so improved his time but stays P19. And so that will be the end of qualifying. And we're just waiting for Marco, and there he is, just being pushed into the pits. And so Rapid and King 5 Panda getting through on the medium tyres then. Give him that extra set of softs to try and get through to Q3. F1 Pro fastest in Q1 as expected. Keep an eye on him. He's definitely in with a chance for pole tonight. Very quick in practice. But well done to the top 15 all through. Unlucky to Vatikaki, operator, JC Gen and Curly, who we lose at the end of Q1. Some good qualifying there though. Gareth through into Q2, David through to Q2. Ozers was right to retire. I'm sure it must have got a little bit nervy for him towards the end of the session, but he did the right thing. So to our prediction. Will Paella Mancher finish in the top 6. Nobody's had a go yet. Come on, guys. Maybe waiting to see if he gets through Q2 before making their predictions. He's definitely been showing some fantastic pace recently, Paella. He said he thinks top 8. I think he's under rating himself there. I think he's definitely capable of top 6 today, and a podium is definitely not out of the question for him at all. So our first out onto track was I think F1 Pro, was it? Yeah, F1 Pro out first. So we'll go with him for the first lap. I think looking at a low 17, high 16, I think, for the cut-off this time. I suspect a high 16. We shall see. F1 Pro and mediums interesting. I don't know why people use the mediums in Q2. I don't actually know why people use the mediums at all. Having a second set of fresh mediums for the race is actually quite useful sometimes. So F1 Pro, freed up the screen as much as I could, just so we can see a bit better. If I do the next one, we won't be able to see times or anything, so we'll stick with this. So because he's turned hot lap on for the main straight. See some overtake going up to turn 1. Seems a bit strange to me. It's quite a small run up to turn 1, so I don't think there's much gain to be had there. Into the heavy braking right-hander, switch the car around to the right, ready to sort of glide through this left-hander, get on the power quite early and accelerate out the corner, flat out through the right. Car over to the right for the little sort of nothing right-hander, and then back. Oh, he's into the wall! Oh, he's gotten away with it. He has really really gotten away with that. You can count yourself incredibly lucky. And I can tell you, the reason he's gotten lucky there is because he's caught the wall absolutely head on. If he catches it at a slight angle, it would have torn his wheel off. But because he catches it absolutely head on, the nose takes the impact. Don't know if I should start on mediums or hards. On this year's game so far, Operator, I have started on hards a couple of times and it's never worked. The one problem with starting on hards is that you can't, if there's a safety car around sort of lap 5 or 6, you can't pit to hards to go to the end, which you could do if you started on softs or mediums. So I would sort of edge towards the mediums, I think, but I don't know. It's just because of the risk of a safety car here at Australia is pretty big, so... anyway, David at 18.5, King 5 Panda 18.2, Gooner 17.6, Lewis 17.5, 17.2 for Mamo, 16.7 for Pele, Toby 16.2 is... Oh, Rapid's on an outlap. I thought he'd gotten out of shape then, but he's just on an outlap. Let's go with Whale then and watch a lap from his on board. There will be safety cars, yeah, which is why I'd want the hards available for potentially going to the end. But that said, if you think there's going to be multiple safety cars, you could use the hards first in order to gain places by other people pitting. But then that leaves you in that sort of situation where you've got people trying to get past you all the time and you're on slightly worn tyres and it's horrible. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think the strategy's quite personal. I personally would opt for the mediums, I think, to start. But Whale looking very smooth and in control of the car. He doesn't feel he's very good on this year's game, but I absolutely disagree. It's not the best time to start with in Q2. We'll be using worn softs, remember. That's very much continued from last season, so people generally use their used tyres from Q1 for their first laps in Q2. Comes Rapid. 17.1 from him, that puts him into P3. Ozer's a 17.6, has him in P6 at the moment. That's a little bit quicker, I believe, a couple of tenths quicker than his Q1 time. I guess you'd expect with track evolution. It's a Sniper Monkey. We know he's on the lap, he's only just started the lap as well. Kind of fourth for turn 1. I promise you could definitely use sit through there. I think 5th is probably the optimal gear though. Using 6th will give you extra grip coming out of the corner, but it may well mean you're slightly slower accelerating down the straight, so hence why I think 5th is probably the optimal gear. Bats off, he's invalidated in fact. Not sure where he invalidated in, I didn't really see anything particularly wrong. F1 Pro is also invalidated on his run. On the mediums again. I think we've got anybody on actual laps at the moment. So we've got a couple of out laps coming up. Sniper Incipient towards Ransdell, he's on his way round. Panda's round there. Gooner. Here's Gooner onto the pit straight. Ready to start a lap. So currently on a 1:17.668. Presumably on the used tyres from Q1. So he's expected to go quickly here. Probably quite substantially, I should think. used the softs here in a race quite recently, and they did not last long. So they don't seem to on this year's game. I don't know how useful they're going to be in races at all, really, the soft tyres, but apart from when there's a late safety car and everybody pits to them. Hey James, thank you very much, and yeah, me too, mate, and I hope you're having a good holiday. And the other ARF, of course. So I was reading that, so I've missed the split times here at Gunnar, but I'm confident he's improving significantly. Just a couple of attempts, we'll see him move up to P5, but he's probably going to do quite a bit more than that. Yeah, he's heading into a 16s here. 16.7, goes P3, 7 thousandths off of Paella Muncher. 5 Panda, 4 attempts up through sector 2. That would be enough to jump ahead of Marco. And a bit more, then he should be able to get ahead of Ozes as well. Ransdell jumping up to P2. The RB's looking strong as expected, and I think as will be expected throughout the season. 5 Panda, big improvement, 6.5 tenths, moves up to P8, only just behind his teammate Lewis for this evening. That means we've got Hopefully on the hot lap at the moment. So let's go to F1 Pro on his latest attempt. Now, he really needs to get this one on the board. If he doesn't, he's in trouble. He's going to be putting pressure on himself. So I'm not sure, James. I can't remember actually. I don't think there is, but really attacking the track F1 Pro. I'm not sure how much he really needs to attack in Q2. The pace he's got. Spin and going head first into the wall earlier in the session. Hasn't put him off of attacking the track. Just touched the grass on the outside there. He still managed to get around the corner perfectly fine. So here he comes out the final corner then. 16.002 goes fastest, and we'll be through to Q3 with that one easily. As somebody jumps up then. Whale, it was Whale. 17.4 goes into P8. Will that be enough? He's got the fuel, he might be able to have another go. Then out the final corner, big improvement, 1.2, moves up to P9 in Sauber. Both Saubers in the top 10 as it stands. Whale already down to P10. His fuel light's not flashing, so yeah, he's got just over 2 laps of fuel left, so he's got enough fuel to go again. So I'm sure he's doing a slow recharge lap. Marco, the medium tyres, Marco. Not sure why Marco's on the mediums. He's strange to me. Showed some very good pre-season pace, so I'm a little surprised he's not on the softs and trying to target a Q3 spot. Quarter of a second up though. Set to 2. Little out shape on the chicane, but it didn't seem to affect him too badly. 17.7 wouldn't gain him any places. He's only just behind Ozers. Really needs an improvement here for the final set to give him a chance. 17.3 does go P10, so he's got a chance on the mediums, but I'd be thinking to myself now, what time could I have done on the softs? Mr. Whale, the last attempt. Second attempt on these tyres. Has he found anything? Yes, he has. Quarter of a second, he jumps out of P7. And I think that will see him through. Rapid and Mamo both on out laps. So who have we got coming over the line next? Ozers is next to start a lap. So Ozers, he managed to find in the last week. Himself pretty close to the back of the grid last week, and it's a big change for him from the way he was qualifying on the end of the last game. Regularly making Q3 at the end of the last game, which like so many is not quite got to grips yet with the new game, but I think he's getting there, there's no doubt about that. Big improvement, nearly 6 attempts up, so well, that would actually put him just ahead of Whale in P7. And Whale's the target really, going to run a 16.7 in P6, so I can't see anything sort of glaringly obvious with obviously wrong with the final sector, so I think it's going to be a decent improvement. And it's a 16.9 from Ozers, goes into P7 ahead of Whale, and 6.7 for the Alpines. What a lap from Ozers. I think that sees him through. Find out soon. F1 coming around towards the end of the lap now. Somebody else has just jumped up. Lewis in the McLaren has just jumped up to P7. 16.7. Rapid's about to jump up as well. That's a 16.6, goes up to P5. That puts Whale in the danger zone. Mamo on a lap, but he's invalidated. Marco not improving. Whale's going to get through by the skin of his teeth. I would say thanks to a Mamo invalidation. And, well, Mamo will be leaving us the end of Q2, which is unthinkable. So well done to our top 10, who are F1 Pro, Toby, Sniper, Ransdell, Rapid, Paella, Gooner, Lewis, Ozers and Whale. Unlucky to those who are going to lose at the end of this session, which is Mamo, David, Marco, King Fi Panda and Gareth Minimad, who didn't get a time on the board. So he does make it, James, albeit by the skin of his teeth. So there you can see it, the top 10 covered by 1.2 seconds. Auto F1 Pro sort of extending that a bit. If you take him away, the rest is covered by under a second. Race director instance, not that they're really needed in qualifying. Just speeding track limits, sniper speeding into the pits, but nothing of any interest there. The penalty, of course, for exceeding in qualifying is that your lap gets invalidated. So how is our prediction going? Did anybody actually go on it? Same as last week. Absolutely everybody has said yes. So unfortunately, that's going to void the prediction. So sorry, James and operator, but that's the only two voters both saying yes. Avoid the prediction and you just get your points back. Not track then, but wasn't first. Is Alpine Alpine of Gunnar. First out, both Alpines in the pole position shootout, both RBs. But they are the only two teams with two drivers in the top 10. Gunnar being closely followed by the RB there. Paella or... Yeah, it must be Paella because it's not Ransdorf. Right, so on board with Gunnar then. Again, like in the start of Q2, you can never be quite sure whether they're on fresh or used tyres at the start of Q3. Usually the time gives it away a bit. See that Paella did back off a bit. 48 starts his lap. Taking in fifth, there's plenty of curb on the entry. Be the way to go on the issues game where you can, attack the curves where you can, avoid them like the plague where you can. That's the curve fully with his tyre there. I don't know if you saw that, but that just pulled his car around left slightly, but it was absolutely fine. Oh, he's just got the grass on the outside, and that one will ruin the lap. Let's go to Paella Muncher, who's invalidated. It's Merc behind them, which is Toby. It's Gunnar 16.7. It's still a half decent lap from Gunnar. It's not that bad. Toby is 16.9. F1 Pro 16.3. McLaren across the line, Lewis 17.5. Paella, as we know, had invalidated. His teammate Ransdorf out the final corner now. DRS opens. Over the line we go into P2. Comes Ozers. It's a 17.5 from Ozers. Sniper Monkey. Here we go, 16.0 from Sniper. It's better from him. Whale over the line, 16.7 from Whale, much better from him. Goes P4. 4 tenths quicker than he went in Q2. Rapid F1 is next, and then presumably Paella will have been going again. Rapid F1, 16.8 goes into P6. Paella Muncher hasn't invalidated this time. Well, not yet. Still 3 corners to go. One left. Can he manage it? Out he comes off the corner. Onto the straight. At least it gives him a decent... Yeah, it is as well. 16.5 puts him into P4. Gives him a decent banker lap to aim for. At the moment, Sniper Monkey in pole position. F1 Pro went faster than that in Q2, so you'd definitely be expecting to beat that. I'm sure Toby would be expecting to as well. The main thing for Sniper is he's got it on the board. As it stands right now, if those guys make mistakes, he'd be the one that benefits from that. He heads back to the pitch. We might have a little bit of a wait here, guys, while we wait for more drivers to come out, ready for the final runs. Everybody back to the pitch. Who do you reckon is going to be out first? I reckon that Toby will come out. No, Toby won't come out first. Who will come out first? I reckon Lewis will come out first. So we'll go on Lewis. We'll see. Driver roulette. Oh, there was a driver coming out. Okay, wasn't expecting that early, and it is Toby. Maybe is fueled for 2 laps in P8. I don't think he'd have really been expected to be P8 on a 16.9 after one run. Didn't, of course, go all according to plan last week for Toby. He started from P5, so it certainly wasn't too bad at all. It didn't take long for him to take the lead of the race, but didn't win it in the end. Should have won it. It's out and clear. But, had a little spin on his own. Nobody around him. Just a little driver error. Kicking himself with a little bit. He says he don't know what happened. He just snapped on him. Something happened. I'm sure he'd been kicking himself a bit. So why didn't he just cruise it? No, it wouldn't have been any need. Push. It was at least 5-6 seconds up the road at the time. Slows the car down, ready to start his lap. How far off? Look, Lewis is second out. So here goes Toby. What can he do? 16.937 was his first time. Sniper currently sitting in pole on a 16.039. Needs a full 9 tenths. 0.899 if you want to be really accurate about it. Starts the lap of Phil, just got towards the end of sector 1, and yeah, he's 4.5 tenths up already. Fully expecting to be in the 15s. I would have thought we'd be in the mid 15s at least. And a low 15 isn't completely out of the question. Five and a half tenths up. Oh, really? Oversteer on the car then as he throws it around the chicane. PRS Open then, heads to the line. I think we're heading into the 15s. Not quite, 16.038. It does put in provisional pole by 1,000th of a second. Over Sniper Monkey. There's Lewis coming up towards the end of sector 2. The only other driver on a hot lap right now. And it's 4.5 temps up. It's already putting on 17.1, but I'm sure there's going to be more to come in the final sector. Then needs a few more attempts. Oh, he's gained loads. 16.444. That puts him P5. Well done, Lewis. Very good final sector. Work out who's next. Sniper Monkey's on a great lap. F1 Pro, sorry, is on lap. Don't see the sets of time. No idea what sort of time he's on for here. Comes then, and it's a 15.9 again in Q3. Puts a provisional pole forward a moment. Definitely not safe. On the in-lap. Who am I missing? Starting a lap. Gunnar has invalidated. Must have been quite late in the lap and actually is into the pits. So he's going to be starting no higher than P8, no lower than P9 as Ozers is retired. In fact, I think Ozers has crashed in turn 1 and 2. Whale has invalidated quite early in his lap, so he's got a Ransdell who's coming up to the end of sector 2. Just under a tenth down. It's pretty good through the chicane though, so we may have gained some of that back. See if I can tell on his wheel, but I can't. Nothing there. Oh, and that's a mistake. That one will ruin it. That will have cost too much time. It's definitely not going to be an improvement here. Let's go to Sniper Monkey. I will just keep an eye on Ransdell's time as he crosses the line now. Didn't improve. Sniper Monkey doesn't improve either. 33 thousandths down. It was probably the biggest risk to F1 Pro's pole position. Here comes Paella. What can he do? 16.4 stays P6 on a 16.4, improved by a tenth. Here comes Well, but he's invalidated. So all down to Rapid F1. Is it going to be F1 Pro's first pole position in WAOF1? Or is Rapid F1 going to spoil the party? No, he's not. 16.2. P4 for Rapid F1, so a very good lap, but it is indeed pole position for our young F1 Pro, 14 years old. Youngest pole position in F1 history. Pole position 1:15.958. Well done, F1 Pro. Massive grats on that one. Look how close Toby and Sniper are. Just 1,000 separating the two of them for P2 and P3. Rapid F1 P4, Ransdell 5. Lewis will start P6 from McLaren, Paella P7, Whale P8, Gunnar P9, and Ozers, who crashed in turn 1 and 2, will start P10. Yeah, well done, Pro. Third man. Oh dear, look at this. That might be why we weren't quite getting the qualifying times we were expecting, because it's absolutely hammering down. So guys, we've got about 5 minutes until they start, and I am going to take a quick break, so I'll be back with you shortly, ready for the formation lap. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, back with you. I have no idea what's happening. You appear to be having a restart. Go to Discord and find it. Absolutely no idea why we restarted. Oh, thank you, operator. Lobby crashed. Okay. Yeah, a few questions going out. Yes, the weather will be the same, so it's going to be full wet. From what I've seen, that will be all race. Heading in, they'll have a few minutes for setups, guys, and then obviously we'll get rolling. So 50% race. It looks like it's going to be full wet. The actual race start time is 9:06, so it's 5 minutes. We're going to be looking somewhere around a 10 o'clock finish, I'd imagine, with full wet weather. Yeah, so they're all on the full wets, as you can see. And we are down to 18 drivers, guys. We lost a driver. Maybe that was why we restarted. I don't know. I was afraid to said lobby crash, but did lose a driver. Alright, good night. Yeah, she comes in, I'll close the door. Yeah, it's just heads up, guys, waiting for the cat to come back in. She doesn't usually go out for very long, but she's been out a while now. So if she comes back in, I shall have to jump up and go and shut the door before she gets back out again. Sniper asking about fuel in the chat. Well, you should have check this out, Sniper, shouldn't you? You know, did you gain fuel back in the wet like you did on last year's game? I mean, I gained fuel back in the dry, but that's just some slower ride. The less fuel you tend to use, I think. Drive like a granny on a Sunday afternoon. You don't use so much fuel. Nobody's telling him. They're all ignoring him. I don't blame them. Put a message in the Discord saying, nobody tell him. Yeah, definitely, operator. Our first wet race in WAOF1 on 24. Well, says, best of luck, all stay out of my way. Very good. Australia could be a difficult track at the best of times, but you stick full wet into the equation. This could be an interesting night. So, off to go on the formation lap. Some details up. So, one driver, yeah, King 5 Panda starting on the inters. You may regret that. No indication on the weather I saw in the Discord that somebody posted that we're expecting this to dry up, so I really don't know why he's done that. So, maybe you know something I don't. Anyway, our grid rundown. So, for the first time, F1 Pro will start from pole position. Toby starts P2 with Sniper Monkey in P3 and Rapid in P4. Ransdell and Lewis on the third row of the grid in 5 and 6 with Paella starting P7. Whale for Williams in P8 while Gunnar starts P9 with Ozers in 10. Mamo in P11 in the first Ferrari, the only Ferrari now as the teammate he had for this evening has left. David P12, Marco P13, King 5 Panda will start 14, Vatikaki 15, Operator 16, JT Gent in 17, and Curly starts P18, which may be a blessing in disguise if turn 1 and 2 go horribly wrong. I wish my pussycat would come back. That door closed. It's not cold, I must admit. It's still quite warm, really, for this time of night. So yeah, as I say, 17 out of the 18 drivers starting on the full wet tyres, which I think is definitely the correct tyre. It's King 5 Panda in the McLaren starting P14 on the intermediates. As you can see, the green rimmed tyre. So we'll see how that pans out for him. If there was to be a reasonably quick weather change, it could work out But as I say, that's not what I'm expecting. So Randall misses the grid slot in P5. He'll start, I think it's about a metre back in the grid slot roughly from the front of the slot. See, you can't really see, can you? Definitely see his front wheels are closer to the line. So, oh, let's go on board quickly. So we're on board with Rapid F1. So Toby gets off to a good start. He's challenging. Let's look from Gunnar's POV. Toby up the inside of F1 Pro into turn 1, takes the lead of the race. F1 Pro stays P2, Sniper P3, Rapid 4, Ransdell 5, Lewis 6, Gunnar 7, Paella 8, Whale 9, Ozers 10, with Mamo challenging. It's really, really tight into the tight, difficult right-hander. Free up the screen for you a little bit. Mamo fighting off the Sauber to stay P11 for the moment. Onto the onboard, see if you can see a little bit better. Anybody having a run, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Toby's disappearing already. Zaid quite fancy wet tonight. As I think did Ransdell as well. Seemingly being pretty careful, as you'd expect on lap 1. A little battle here. Ransdell, Lewis, Gunnar. Gunnar partly coming out to have a little look. Oh, Ransdell's left the session. Get an invite sent quickly. Hopefully he can get back in nice and quick and not lose too much. Clearly see there he's ghosted. Sniper Monkey up the inside of F1 Pro. Into turn 1. Up into P2. And let's see if Sniper can do anything about Toby. Oh, F1 Pro loses another one. Is he? It's not any damage. And he just doesn't want to do any battling. He just doesn't want to battle the drivers, I don't think, in these conditions, perhaps. Happier to concede the place. Any sort of top 10 finish could prove very decent points here tonight. So, Gunnar and Lewis side by side. Gunnar on the outside of the McLaren. And looks like he's through. Looks like Lewis is ghosted. I knew Ransdell's left. I didn't see Lewis leave. Both of them ghosted now. So, well, Gunnar's taking full advantage of that and is now up to P5, looking to cash onto the 3 in front of him. Further down as Mamo throws out the inside of Ozers, who also looks ghosted. Is that due to a mistake? None of these people have shown up as leaving the lobby for me, so I think... he's solidified now. Not sure what's going on there. Further down, JT, Gent and Curly doing battle, and Operator runs wide, which allows Gent through Curly's round at the penultimate corner. Looks like he's going to be okay, just needs to get back to the track. Can't see any damage. I don't think there's any damage as Ransdell joins back. He is making his way to the pit, so maybe. So, Rapid has gotten past Sniper for P2. Sniper just hang on to him, and F1 Pro is just behind this as well. Lewis has now joined as well. Oh, James, Mr. Wet Race. Indeed. So I think it's for the full race. Mamo and Oozers do battle. Oozers holding them off for the moment. Mamo is looking to switch back here. I think going onto the straight and get a better run off the straight. He pick up the slipstream as quick as he can. Now the Alpine runs away from him in a straight line. Close ones. I think Mamo and Oozers at the moment are the closest. David is only just behind them as well. Oozers caught right up on the back of well. David looks to be putting Mamo under some pressure here. Oh, just gets a little on the grass. Obviously won't help his run down the straight. F1 Pro picks up 3 seconds. First to do so. I'm sure he won't be the last. Which with these tricky conditions make it all the more difficult. Treacherous it is, and well, Sniper gets completely out of shape out the final corner, and that's going to allow F1 Pro through. Gunnar not close enough to take advantage as well, but he's back within a 1 second. Obviously no DRS, so it's not that important to be within the 1 second, but he's closed the gap up to that group ahead of him very nicely. F1 Pro Sniper has a little look to the F1 inside of F1 Pro. Might be more getting out of the dirty air than actually having a look to overtake. I just sort of very vaguely see the outline of a racing line, but it's barely visible, and it's still clearly, as you can see, raining extremely hard. Toby is absolutely disappearing. Clearly loving these conditions. Just do a little bit of wet running. Toby Marco then becomes the second to pick up a penalty. As we move on to lap 6 of 29. Toby sets fastest lap of the race. Is that an indication that he's just getting used to the wet running? Or is it an indication that maybe there's something starting to dry up a little bit? So it's still raining extremely heavily, so I don't think it's going to be drying up. Oh, Ramsdell, of course, is back with us, getting past Gunnar. The outside of the approach to turn 4. We got our first pitter. King 5 Panda is into the pits. If you recall, started on the inters in that McLaren. Clearly decided, nah, I've really made the wrong choice, and I switched to the full wets. Really interestingly, when he pitted, did the opposite, went to the inters. Tyler getting close to Lewis. And Lewis does run a bit wide. This should invite Paella to the inside. And through he goes. Got a bit of curb. Unsettles the car a little bit, but not enough for him to lose the place. So up to P7 goes Paella Muncher. Whale immediately. Oh, Whale! I'm going to be honest, I don't think that was a send at all. I think he missed the braking and moved to the inside so as not to hit the McLaren. For a second, I think that was an attempt of an overtake. So on the exit, he seemed quite happy to sort of stay out of the way and let the McLaren go away a little bit. So it's all well behaved at the moment, I have to say. Driving superbly in these conditions with each other. So we're still disappearing up the road. Rapid does seem to be hot. Oh, well, that was close. It's a little out of shape through the next right-hander as well. Let's get a hold of this car. James missing tonight due to his hollybobs. Well, he'll be wanting to try and pick up the most important points he possibly can. Goes to the inside of Lewis, looks like braking for the right-hander. Does just that and takes the line and takes the position. Up to P8 goes Whale. Nice overtake. Ozers now having a look into the left-hander. I think this is an attempt from Ozers. Oh, there's contact, multiple contacts between the two, but Lewis needs some room, but then pushes Ozers a little bit through the final corner as well. Bit of half a dozen of one, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I think, through that little sequence there between the two of them. Mamo watching on intently from P11. And David as well. Ooh, David gets close to the Ferrari there, but doesn't quite catch him. David actually looks like he's got a bit of pace over the guys in front of him at the moment, but just such is the way on the F1 games, not just this year, but certainly last year as well. It's so difficult when you're in a dry, we'd call this a DRS train, but it's no different in the wet really. It's just, I suppose, it's a slipstream train, I guess, but Mamo gonna get a run on Lewis here. Lewis seems to be the same corner every time. It's that chicane every time where he comes out a little bit slower. Oh, David's a bit late on the brakes. That's a bit of contact with the McLaren. I don't think there's any damage to either car, so I think they're absolutely fine and they'll just continue on. People will miss their braking a bit sometimes in the wet. It's extremely difficult in comparison to the dry. I'm beginning to tell you. If you're a driver who uses ABS, so anti-lock brakes, all of a sudden in the wets we've got a yellow flag for an Aston. It's operator. Yeah, all of a sudden in the wet it suddenly feels like you're driving with your ABS switched off, which is new in this year's game. I don't know whether it's meant to be there, but it does actually feel kind of cool once you get used to it. But to start with, it can be a bit awkward. It's one of the secrets in the wet. It's not to fully press your brake pedal. Pro looking for any way she can get past Rapid, and clearly, after a difficult start for F1 Pro, took it quite easily in the opening laps. You can't blame him in conditions like this. Seems to be picking up the pace now. Toby sits fastest lap once again. Bit oversteery as Rapid just disappear a little bit. Bring Sniper into the mix. It's not quite. to speed, F1 Pro. Power sliding right-hander. Don't want to be doing that, mate. Got some cars close together. There's no real battles happening. I mean, Whale is close to Peely. Ozers is close to Whale. Mamo's close to all of them. There's Paella. Here goes the fourth driver now to pick up a penalty. Five Panda was the third, by the way. I missed that one. Stayed there and it's just dropped off. Now, if this race, which as I said earlier, as far as I'm aware, this is going to be a fully wet race, so pit stops are definitely going to start coming into mind now. As Marco does indeed pit. Is there any damage, or is it just a straight tyre change? It's a straight tyre change to another set of full wets. I would suggest he's probably still one stop in, but that is rather early. And Whale, finally, when we're not watching him, does get past Peely, but he gets all out of shape as well, and Peely gets straight back past. Coming back though, is he, Whale? Oh, I wouldn't fancy this. No, he's not going to attempt it. Sensible, I feel. Wide for the right-hander there from Well. I think he caught the grass on the outside. Oh, Paella! No corner there, mate. As Well dives into the pits, this is going to give him a great opportunity to undercut his way through. Where does he come out? Just looking at the track map, and if he comes out between... Well, he might actually get out in front of the other Williams. I think he probably does. Yeah, so he's going to split his teammate JC Gent and Vatikaki. He's got a couple of seconds. So he gets up to speed, probably 3 seconds. You see him burn a little bit here. It's a mistake from Paella on that corner just as Well drives into the pits. Gives Well a great opportunity. Will Paella... Oh, he's lost out to Mamo and Ozers, in fact. So, okay, so Mamo up to P7, Ozers up to P8. So for those that just come back from the break, the Paella just coming out of the penultimate corner as it got all out of shape, nearly went across into the wall but saved it. Whale dived into the pits at the same time as Ozers gets completely out of shape as well. But at some point there as well, Paella's lost out to Mamo and Ozers. I didn't see him go past in that particular moment. Paella reacts then to Whale's pit stop. I think also probably reacts to the fact that Mamo and Ozers didn't come in, so there's a chance for him to undercut them. Where is Whale? It's coming through the penultimate corner. On go a new set of wets. Not soft as it looked initially. And there goes Whale. So the undercut happens. And Whale's teammate JT Gent goes through as well. So the undercut. It's almost, well, it is 3 seconds now. So we'll say that is largely to Paella having a mistake. So Ransdell still same at the front. So he's extended that lead to nearly 9 seconds now as we get yellow flags. And that is actually that's the operator just minding out the way of the front markers. That's not he's not crashed or anything. He's just moved over to let them through. And here these guys into the pits, and indeed Sniper Monkey does dive to the pits. Well, seemed like a late entry to me. On goes a new set of wets. He comes. He's going to be clear of Mamo, which would have. I suggest he was probably could have been looking down at the track, thinking, and he'd get out if he could get out just ahead of the Ferrari. He's got a nice bit of space to drive into, and that's what's happened. So a great opportunity here for Sniper to make up some places. Whoever pitting slightly earlier. Come back to haunt him later in the race, and we'll see. The other drivers as well as Paella gets. Oh, Vatikaki's into the pits. Okay, so both Gent and Vatikaki into the pits, and well, still holding that 3-second advantage over Paella. Fantastic looking undercut at the moment from Whale, and he's continuously gaining time on the cars ahead of him. Kaki's exited right on a battle by the looks of it between Margot and King Fight Panda. Oh! Can have a bit of contact. Fairness to Fatty Kaki, the McLaren sort of come back over onto the racing line in front of him. As the second and third places pit. It's a rapid F1 and F1 Pro, both into the pits at the same time. Definitely a missed opportunity, I feel, there for Pro to have not undercut on a previous lap. But in he comes, and they'll both be looking to undercut Ransdell, really. Toby's gone. Toby just needs to glide around the track now. No need to push at all. Just take the win. Take the points and say thank you very much. So David exits just behind Paella Muncher. It's that mistake from Paella. My goodness, it's cost him, hasn't it? Gone about 1.4 seconds ahead of Ozers. But Ozers is, well, he's not jumped Paella because technically Paella was behind him when he pitted. So it's just this little moment now where Ozers is trying to get some temperature in these full wets. As Paella will know how they're acting. He does get a little out of shape there though. He's trying, I think, to make the corner with his, probably with his overtake on, I would imagine. Trying to make the move, but car just said no. Ransdell into the pits. Gunnar carries on. So Gunnar will take P2. F1 Pro and Rapid F1 both go through. Ransdell lets it just behind Sniper Monkey. Awkward exit for Ransdell there. He's lost positions due to the undercuts, but now we'll spend the rest of this race with the slightly fresher tyres. Lewis into the pits. Mamo's going to go through. Whale, Ozers and Paella will all go through. David will go through. And then there's quite a big gap back to Marco, who I think is off. Yeah, he is off. Just yellow flags. There's a few penalties popping up on the screen. Paella's picked one up. David picked one up. These guys are settling back into a bit of a DRS train here. Well, you know what I mean. So Mamo suddenly at the front of this. He's done well, hasn't he? In all fairness, I think he'd definitely be in a driver of the day shout if he wasn't carrying a penalty. So Toby has made his stop. Here comes Gunnar. So Rapid will retake P2 now. F1 Pro moves into P3. And I think Gunnar will come out before Mamo. In front of Mamo. Clearly see a racing line now. So don't know if we might make it to Winters at some point, but it's definitely a clear racing line. So it's definitely drier than it was. And this was not visible earlier on. Just about see an outline earlier on, but it wasn't visible like this, not at all. So, but a line showing like that, if you could keep in the lines, then Inters would probably work absolutely fine in this. But it's still definitely full wet conditions. But I think so if you just keep it within the lines, then Inters will probably work okay. Just won't go outside them. His way through the ghostly car. By the way, is Curly, who's a lap down, just being a lap there. Losers next his way through as well. Back up to the front guys then. Toby now 11 seconds up the road and setting in another fastest lap of the race. Even if this weather does get us to a point where Inters would be the faster tyre, I don't think we're going to hit the point where it'd actually be worth the pit stop. So, well, including this one, we've got 12 laps remaining. Unless it got ready for, like, the track was completely Inters ready in the next sort of 2 laps, and I don't think we'll ever get there unless it actually goes sunny, but it's not going to do that. So. Okay, I'm just seeing. He seems to be with us. So 4 minutes ago, he posted saying that he couldn't take control, but he seems to have control. The car is solid. More penalties popping up. King for Panda, I think, it's picked up. I think it's his 3rd one. Right now. F1 Pro, is there anything he could do about Rapid F1? The RBs and the Alpines still remain the only 2 teams with both drivers inside the top 10. Slightly different as to what they were in qualifying now with Paella in P10. They are still the only 2 teams with both in the top 10. David is only just outside the top 10. Otherwise, it would be both Sabres as well. But he's currently running P11, so he's still doing well as David. Really not having much luck catching the battles tonight. To be honest with you, keeping an eye on the cats. Curly picks up 10 seconds. Speeding in the pit lane and retires. Curly, if you can hear me, don't forget to take a screenshot of your damage. Showing while you've retired. Gent picks up 3 seconds. We've got a yellow flag again. That's well, it's Curly's car coming back on track. Just gonna go to Marco because he's catching it, but it's already pulled to the side of the road and retired. So back to the battle. Let's just go to Moses actually because he really is right on the back of Whale. Got another yellow flag, And that's up ahead of us. That is Gunnar. It is Gunnar that was causing that yellow flag. He seems to be okay. Just having a look. But yeah, no obvious signs of damage. So I think he's okay. It's just a little spin, half spin, whatever. So maybe the prize is taking a little bit of damage, but the car hasn't, which is the main thing. I think he's having to. No, he doesn't need to fuel save. He's got plus 1.4. Just seemed like he was lifting and coasting then. Perhaps the tyres were let up from a spin. I don't know. Just taking it easy. He's got the time to play with, isn't he? But here comes Ozers up the inside of turn 4. He's got it done, and that'll feel pretty good for Ozers. He'd have liked that one. Up the inside of the other owner of the league, the two owners here, Ozers and Whale, doing battle, and Ozers has one-upped him. That one might get talked about a bit. I think tonight's driver of the day is going to be extremely difficult. All of a sudden, Toby's lead's come down to 8.5 seconds. Toby, you're not doing it again, are you? Let's see if I remember earlier in the race, I said last week he, well, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, he threw away a win by a driving error, and surely with a 3 seconds gap. Well, 3 seconds suddenly disappeared, possibly a little bit more than that actually. Surely something's happened for him. He needs to calm down. I know when you're racing around on your own, it's really hard not to just keep racing flat out, pretty much. This racing flat out actually helps in a way to keep concentration, because if you're on your own with 8 seconds behind you, or if you're down in P10, you've got 8 seconds behind, 8 seconds in front, you can definitely lose focus. Suddenly you start thinking about what you had for your dinner, or what you're going to have tomorrow night, what time you got to get up in the morning, or something like that, instead of concentrating on what you're doing, and before you know it, you're round, or you picked up a penalty, or whatever. These two close all the way. Well, these three in all, 4 in fact, in all fairness, have been close all the way through. Looks like the guys ahead of Ransdell have got things right by undercutting him, but the 2 penalties could well see Ransdell promoted to the podium as things stand. David and Paella, well, I think maybe David's had a go or missed braking or something, and nipped ahead of Paella but then lost it again straight away. Well, look at this, they're back together again. Oh, is it going to end in tears between the 2 league owners? Well, moves across. I think the curve made him, sort of forced him across a little bit, but not do any harm. Just help cool the tyres down a little bit as we get a yellow flag. I think actually that's operator again, just minding out of a driver's way that's lapping him. Operator very, very considerate like that. Comes Fatty Kaki. One of those races for me tonight. I definitely not move to where it looks like there might be an overtaking possibility and then something happens elsewhere, but these guys are probably closer than anybody else at the moment. Fatty get a good run out of this corner, and he can. This is an opportunity. Oh, they both get a little bit of oversteery through the flat-out right-hander. Fatty slaps the wall, and just double check, but I didn't see anything fly off the car, so I don't think he's picked up any damage there. It's just I don't know. I thought Fatty actually lost it slightly first, and then King 5 Panda then did it ahead. But I think maybe King 5 Panda doing it ahead just made Fatty get a little out of. No, Ozers has just left the session. Are you kidding me? Well, he'll be laughing. Well, he's ruthless. And he'll be laughing. Something's happened. Well, Ozers has gotten ahead of Mamo. All of a sudden, Mamo is splitting Ozers and well. Can he get back? He might be able to get back before he loses a place here. Come on, Ozers. Be quick. Close down here still. See what I mean now? It's clearly happened then with Ozers, Mamo and Well, but no idea what. As I'm watching something else, I think something's going to happen in one place, it happens elsewhere. Ozers actually at the moment would be rejoining with a 10th bigger gap than what he'd left with 2 temps now, 3 temps. Ozers AI is doing him a wonder of good. It's gaining time. Again, Vati very, very close to the back of King 5 Panda. Now, can he pick up the toe? Just can. It's so, so difficult in these conditions. I don't know if you guys know. Oh, Ransel's joined back. I didn't even know Ransel had left. I didn't see that one pop up. I don't know if you guys know, but they are ditching DRS in real life. I think it's in 2026. So I might be wrong, but I think it's 2026 they're ditching it. So we'll see how things go. But go back to a bit more old school-ish. I think there is something that's going to take it over, but not exactly. Same. Oh, Gent saying needs an invite back by Cat. When did he send that? 45? What is it now? It's 46. Okay. I don't know if I've got you, Gent. That's the only thing. Let's have a look. I swear only some of these are popping up on my screen. I don't seem to have you, Gent. I'm afraid I haven't got you added, JT Gent. I can't see you. Never look down. Oh! Panda gets completely out of shape when touching the curb. Fatty still can't quite get close enough to have a go. Just going to go up to Pro. So Sniper's gotten ahead of F1 Pro. Oh, that must have been a warning. That one definitely was across the white line of all 4 tyres. F1 Pro. No, doesn't get alongside. So I don't know how many people knew, but I only found out this last week. But the rules of overtaking in F1 changed for this year. I don't know if anybody else realised this. As Paella has made a mistake. Struggling to get it going now. And yeah, so the rules. Well, they call it the rules of engagement, but yeah, I don't think there's massive changes. So basically, what you have to do now, so as long as you have any part of your car alongside the driver ahead, then you can initiate an overtaking manoeuvre. And then once you've initiated, you must have your front axle alongside the front axle of the other driver by the apex of the corner. Okay, so by the apex of the corner, you must have your front axle alongside the front axle of the other driver. If you don't, you are not entitled to room anymore. And the corner is automatically the other drivers, so the defending drivers, if you can't manage to do that. As long as you do, then you are entitled to the space and should be left it accordingly. Interestingly, if you make a move around the outside, let's take a corner like the Center S, for example, at Brazil. So if you initiate a move around the outside going into the Center S, if you don't have your axle fully alongside the front axle of the car you are overtaking in the first part of the Center S, but you continue to try and make the move through the second part, you automatically invalidate your rights to be left room, essentially. So you automatically lose your rights in the second part of the Center S, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, and you're in Discord, message me and I'll try and explain it further, or maybe get you a link. But yeah, interesting. I think that's the main change, is the going around the outside. Just confirming as well that it is the front axle must be alongside the front axle of the car that you are overtaking by the apex of the corner. Certainly somewhat stewards should know. Anyway. I only found this out last week, as I say, because I had to look something up, and Paella gets past Whale for P10. Whale's in free fall. I wonder if the tyres giving up on him. He did pit early. And so, as we come into the last laps... Oh, Paella's round! Paella spun it! And so Whale will retake P10. Just having a look at Whale's fuel. He's not having to fuel save, so it's. I mean, he must be looking after the tyres. It must be that the tyres maybe are overheating. If that's the case, get off the racing line and onto the wet part of the track to cool them down. Anyway, let's go up to F1 Pro, who is still stuck on the back of a driver ahead of him. So, I am, unusually for me guys, I am going to bring up the penalties now on this penultimate lap. So, Sniper carrying 6 seconds worth of penalties. F1 Pro carrying 9 seconds. So both these drivers, as it stands, will lose out to Ransdell. Who would nick the podium spot. Gunnar for 43 seconds down the road. And all of a sudden he has Oz as his teammate on the back of him. Unless Gunnar's backed up to try and help Oz's by giving him a tow. Teammates are allowed to do that, but only teammates, as something's gone wrong for Oz's there. And now he is absolutely cruising. So yeah, he's out of fuel. See, he is. He's completely and utterly out of fuel with a lap to go. Why wasn't he fuel saving? Told he should retire the car, but it's not real life. Real life, you'd have to retire the car, but I can't believe he's run out of fuel with over a lap to go. He was at the very least he was in it with a shout of driver of the day, but he's completely lost that now. No, that is why Wales cruising. He is running out of fuel as well. He's only got 0.7. In a way, sorry, back up to the front. Toby takes victory in Australia. Rapid F1 will cross the line to take P2. Sniper will cross the line in P3. F1 Pro will cross the line in P4, but Ransdell will jump both of them to take the final podium spot. So third place Ransdell, fourth Sniper, fifth F1 Pro. David is coming through for a massive P6 by the looks of it. As Gunnar begins to drop down, Gunnar's out of fuel. It's both Alpines have both run out of fuel. It's absolute scenes. Well, F1 Pro may not be over the moon with P5 after starting pole, but he will be over the moon seeing his teammate come through in P6. I can't believe both Alpines have run out of fuel. So David takes an absolutely awesome P6. I really want to break my driver of the day rule regarding penalties, but I can't. But if he didn't have a penalty, I can guarantee you I would give him driver of the day, David. Whale takes P7 in the end. Mamo P8. Lewis is in P9. I think the admin stewards, whatever, may have to take a look at how or whether Lewis places or not. Paella P10. Gunnar finished P11. Ozers is crawling to the line in P12. He can't drop any lower because Vatikaki and below have already finished. All that down. So, Game Awards driver of the day. I'm really glad to see the game give driver of the day to David because he absolutely deserves it. But I apologise. I set a rule right the way back when we started saying that anybody with penalties can't get driver of the day, and I've got to stick with that. But no, in my heart, David, that you're my true driver of the day. But I think all in all, I don't think I can go away from Toby. He took the lead of the race off the line and just disappeared. So it didn't seem like he'd have that pace in the dry, but in the wet he was absolutely dominant. So I don't think I can take it away from Toby. Penalty free. Rapid F1 also had an absolutely fantastic race. P2 from fourth on the grid. Ransdell as well. All three of you guys had a great race, but Toby's dominance for me means that he gets driver of the day. Let's just finish the countdown. I was down to 12. Ozers, Vatikaki 13, JT Gent 14, King 5 Panda 15, Marco 16, Operator 17, and Curly in 18. And let me get Toby and Ransdell in. Get F1 Pro in as well. There we go. Race director incidents and try and get through them if I can. Come on. Yeah, we got through them. There we go. So we have the race director on the stream if it's needed. We'll wait for people to join for the interview. So, an interesting race. Not the most exciting. I can't say it was, but interesting nonetheless. Toby joins us. Hello, Toby.
Hello, Hilly. Hi.
Hello. Have you included your audio?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. I've invited Ransdell's Xbox. So I've invited him, and I've invited F1 Pro as he was the next Xbox player. But he's chatting away in Discord. So there we go. All right, let's talk to you first in a way and see if anybody else joins. I don't think there's a lot to be said, Toby. I mean, you got off the line really well, took the lead of the race, and just disappeared. Clearly, clearly you've got pace in the wet because that was a very impressive performance.
Yeah, I think it was my setup. To be fair, I went quite high in the wings.
Yeah.
And I know I was higher than some of the guys behind me, so I definitely like maximised that.
Yeah.
And as well as it was a bit stressful because I started green like on field, like I went a half lap over and I had to feel safe for quite a bit of the race.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, clearly, as we got to the end of the race, both Alpines ran out of fuel.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, one of them with over a lap to go.
Yeah, that was us, I
Yeah,
think.
it was. Yeah, it bewilders me because I gained fuel back in a dry.
Yeah, you should have joined. You could have got a podium.
Mad. Yeah, definitely. No way I'd have run out of fuel. I'd been at least a lap under and at the start and still being.
And you finish a
easily
lap
green by
over,
the end.
probably.
But yeah, other than that, I've been, as I say, absolutely dominant. I think you've got to hold your hand up and say well done to F1 Pro in qualifying.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was he did a great lap.
Yeah, great lap. It's a great pole, first pole. But as I say, once you took the lead at the start, you just didn't look back really.
Yeah, I think his wings. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, I think you must have had a little moment at some point because you suddenly lost about 4 seconds to the car behind you.
Oh no, that was fuel saving. I turned my
Right.
ERS off because I thought if I turn my ERS off, maybe I'll save more fuel. But it didn't work, so I just turned it back on and just picked up the pace a bit.
Fair enough. Okay. At least you know now that it doesn't work though. So
Yeah.
you've learned that in a way. You're also my driver of the day tonight.
Well, thanks.
I have to say that if he didn't have a penalty, I think David would have probably gotten it. But unfortunately, he had picked up 3 seconds. But an awesome drive from him to stay P6 tonight as well. So fair play to
that was
David.
a great drive.
Definitely a mention for him. Pro says you need to slow down.
As always, as usual.
Yeah, he says his 9 seconds weren't fair, but everybody says that.
Yeah. He was getting quite frustrated in the party, to be fair.
Right. Well, I saw in cut one corner that it was definitely a corner cut, so you ain't getting that one removed. Yeah, take P5. But I think seeing your teammate as well, F1 Pro, finishing P6 was
my
a
teammate?
massive boost as well. No, F1 Pros. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, it's a good points haul for them.
He says, in all seriousness, tell him he did really well. So, did really well, Toby.
Thanks.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like anybody else is going to join us. I had invited Ransdell and F1 Pro.
Oh, they're all boring. They're all boring.
Nattering to us through the messages instead of actually joining. But there we go. So I think we'll end it there. So thanks to everybody that's watched along. Thanks to everybody who watches it back. Where are we next week, Toby?
Belgium for a sprint race.
Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. Okay.
Oh.
So Spa. Do you like Spa?
Yeah, it feels a bit strange on this game because of the new track model, but I like the track generally.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Spa's just an all-time great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ransdell says he didn't get an invite, so I've just sent another one, Ransdell. F1 Pro just left the party. What are you doing? Right, I'm going to give it literally 10 seconds. If nobody joins, stop in. He's just typed, I'm in the party if you want to interview me. No, you're not. No, you are.
There he is.
And now Ransdell's in as well, yes.
No, now they're both
right,
joining.
okay, guys, I take it back. We're not finishing just yet. Right, Ransdell, have you ticked your box to include your audio? Okay, hopefully they can hear you. Yeah, we'll talk anyway. So, congratulations, mate. P3 tonight. Stay penalty free, and that's got you the podium. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, well, when Oz was disconnected, he was actually building. His AI was building the gap to the car behind him when he disconnected. So um, he was getting away from Mamo at that point. He's gone again.
Yeah, I think he's having connection issues.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So other than that, Ranzo, how was the race from your side? Yeah, and that's what you did. So yeah, fair play. Very good podium. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come. Right, F1 Pro, are you there?
He joined and left. Oh, he's in the party. Oh, I see. He's here.
F1 Pro. Talk to me, F1 Pro. I mean, it was clearly working when he was in.
He can't. He said he can't hear you.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's not connected. All right. Well, this has gone on long enough in a way. I've been live for over 2 hours, so yeah, definitely. Right. Okay. So I'll say it again. Thanks to everybody who's watched along with me, and thanks to everybody who watched the stream back. I really appreciate it. So does Lee. We're looking for a streamer for tomorrow night's race. Hopefully, we'll get one. But if not, we've got a full time streamer from the following week. So that will be better. Other than that, Curly will be live on Thursday for the Thursday race. So join Curly on his stream. But other than that, good night. God bless you again soon.